Let's go negative now. Here's a negative. This is a clear one. There's so much goddamn construction in this neighborhood and all over Da Nang. Everywhere you go, the whole city is booming. It has nothing to do with YouTubers. There's a massive tourism boom here. Everywhere you go, there's gonna be construction like this, and it's gonna be super loud. So before you book a hotel or an apartment, you better check and make sure they're not tearing down the place next door. The noise here can be intense, and like, it's not just traffic noise, it's construction noise, right? The whole city's under construction.
What's up, everybody? We are down here at the Mai Kea Beach here in Thuong. Here's our buddy Evan.
What's up, guys?
He almost didn't want to shake my hand because he's so famous on YouTube now. His channel's growing like a weed. I was telling him, man, maybe I got to book an appointment the next time to talk to him.
Cut it out, man.
Man, your channel's growing like crazy. I think we only started doing videos maybe about 3 months ago, and your channel's almost doubled, man. Big thumbs up. Check out Evan's channel. We're gonna walk around here in the Thuong district, or the neighborhood, whatever you guys want to call it, and we're gonna talk about the top pros and cons, I guess, basically.
Yeah.
Probably top 5 pros and the top 5 cons about living in this area, correct?
Yeah, like, is it the best expat area in Vietnam, basically, right?
Right.
Not just in Da Nang. I think we should debate if it's the best one in the whole country
Exactly.
for expats to live in. Certainly becoming one of the most popular, right?
I'm biased because I live here, just right back at that complex there. But Evan lives in Sun Tra, so we have a little outsider's opinion on this one as well.
Okay. So let's go back and forth. Should we start with the pros or the cons?
We can either do the pros, all pros first, or we can do pro, con, or do pros first.
Okay.
That's the way that I would say.
All right, so the first pro of Thuong is
Hold on. So let's focus on the top pros first. So
Okay.
Evan, what would you say are the pros of living in this area?
Okay, well, the best thing about Thuong, I think, is that it was built for tourists. So its like actual name is like the Thuong walking streets, or like Thuong tourist walking areas. And because it was like purpose designed for tourists, is one of the few places in all of Vietnam where you can actually walk everywhere you go, right? It is like maybe, I mean, I guess the bigger Thuong area is a few square kilometers, but the Thuong tourist walking streets are like 1 square kilometer. It's about 4 blocks by 4 blocks. And you can just straight up wake up in the morning, live your entire like best
In this area.
beach life, retired life in this area, right? Everything you need is gonna be within steps from your house. You can get to a cafe, you can get to a beach, you can get to multiple bars if you're a drinker, you can get to gyms, you can get to the hotel.
Markets.
The markets, that like back me, the market up the street there. There's pickleball courts. There's like literally all the entire amenities you could possibly want.
Everything is here. Everything is here.
Lessons, and walkable, though, right?
Oh,
So,
yeah.
like, for a lot of people, I think they're moving to Vietnam. One of the things they're afraid of crazy traffic, because traffic is insane here. They're afraid of driving a scooter or renting a scooter illegally. They don't want to muck with that. And so this is an area where you can just like get off the plane, take a 15-minute taxi. It's only 15 minutes from the airport too, not that far. Find a little apartment, you know, serviced apartment first, then apartment. There's lots of little like multi-story apartment buildings around here. You find that apartment, and then boom, everything you need, walking distance. Like perfect for a retiree, someone wintering here, you know, a digital nomad who just wants to like hang out and work at cafes, or just like a straight up beach bum who wants to come hang out with Korean tourists on the beach.
100%. Walkability is definitely a big positive because we walk everywhere. I literally walk everywhere. I think in a month, I maybe spend $5 on transportation here.
Yeah.
And that's usually to get over on the other side of the river or get to Lin Visa or to go somewhere if it's raining, maybe to do something like that. So walkability is definitely a pro. A huge reason why we live 1 block off the beach. We're basically in the heart of everything. So what would you say your next pro, maybe number 2 pro?
Okay, so I think this one is like non-controversial for anyone on planet Earth, except like a few crusty old beach bum expats who think they like know Antung because they've lived there for 2.5 years or something.
Okay.
But it's the insane value. It is so freaking cheap, okay?
Yeah.
People are complaining because they're like, my coffee used to cost 30 cents and now it costs 50 cents.
42, yeah.
It is, I've lived in Latin America, I've lived in Europe, I've lived all over North America, I've lived in Mexico. There is tons of time in Thailand. There's nowhere on planet Earth where you can get things this high quality for this cheap. It is
best
so
bang for your buck
cheap.
city.
The best bang for your buck, man. It's cheap, like cheap AF. I won't swear on your stream, but like, there's just nowhere else. I found a guy, like a subscriber friend of mine who came over. We helped him find a new apartment the other day. $240 US, gents. $240 US in this area, steps from the beach. Like, what is that? where can you rent a place for $240 US?
Yeah. Prices are crazy. Like you said, the old crusty guys, I've noticed it because I've been here and used to be able to get these places cheaper. But I mean, still, if you go to Thailand or go to the Philippines, you're not gonna get those places for the same price.
Well,
so walkability for sure, that's number one.
Let's be real. Or if you live in Sydney, New York,
Oh yeah,
Toronto,
anyway, I'm not
Oregon,
even including the Western
Nashville.
country.
Well, that's where everyone's coming from.
That's where they're coming
Who
from.
cares about the people chirping you? It used to be 30
Oh
cents
yeah.
cheaper here.
If you're coming from a Western country, this is the traffic that we're talking about. It's still walkable. Oh, you let us go. Crazy.
You gotta do the
Never
hand
seen
up.
that.
You gotta do the signal, man.
You gotta give the hand. Evan's doing the magic hand. He's saying, hey,
You just
I'm the
wave.
big YouTuber, don't run me over.
Dude, cut that out.
So walkability is number one. Affordability is number two. What would you say is your next pro?
I think we should talk more about affordability. I could talk
Okay.
more about affordability. We walk. Like, when we head down these streets, there's a big old closed hotel here that there's never finished. But let's talk about the actual prices of some of the stuff, right? Like look, see? 25 for a juice, that's $1 for juice. 30K for banh mi, that's $1.20 for a sandwich. That's insane. The beers here, I guarantee, are like under $2. They're probably $1 beers. Everything here, like on the beach, in the tourist area, is
This
so
is gonna be the
freaking
most
cheap.
expensive area too.
And that's the other catch, is that this is the most expensive area. Where I live, it's even cheaper. You do have to use transit or a car or a motorbike to get around, but it's actually
Cheaper,
less
yeah.
money than here.
This is gonna be your sticker shock place of the highest cost of living.
Yeah.
So these prices that you see here are gonna be your highest.
Well, look, a $10 massage at the absolute most touristy, most expensive place you can find. It's $10 for a massage. Like, it will not get more expensive.
Yeah, this is
than
kind
that.
of your top limit area in general of what's gonna be the most expensive. So
like
if you're
this kind
happy
of
with
stuff.
these prices, you'll be extremely happy.
4-person car, two-way to Hoi An. That's 20 kilometers away and back. That's like $24 US. $12 each way, full car. That's like $3 a person.
With AC in this hot weather.
Right?
Speaking of hot weather, you guys can see I got the shades and I am sweating, but we're out here putting the work in for you guys so you guys can see the amazing An Thuong neighborhood of Da Nang, Vietnam.
Okay, let's look at the prices. Bowl of pho, $2.20. This is tourist prices. In the touristy area, it's still $2 for your food.
So this is actually technically considered overpriced for a lot of people here. So this is
way overpriced. That's scam pricing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
People, I'm not supposed to say it.
But when you ask the people in the audience, especially if they're in California or Boston, they're gonna be like, $2 for that? Man, I can't even get a bottle of water for $2.
Okay, let's look at this one. Cheeseburgers, 99K, that's $4. Brisket, $10. You're gonna get a huge plate of meat. Everything here is dirt cheap.
Country barbecue. I have not been here, but I've heard many people say that they do enjoy this place.
Yeah, look, a Houston platter for $290K. What is that? That's like $12.
Yeah, barbecue is
$12,
outrageous
you're getting
in the
massive.
Western world, but out here it's at least affordable. But we're in the heart of the An Thuong. This is like An Thuong 2, I believe.
less than $1
Laundry.
for a kilogram of laundry. Like, I want people to see these actual prices.
And this is, let me explain this. This is for a kilo. So that's almost 2 pounds for Americans. So
2.27 pounds.
2.2, I always cut the 2 part out.
Yeah.
But basically that's like 70 cents. If you cut that in half per pound, it's about 35 cents a pound to wash, dry, and they seal your laundry in a plastic bag and have it all ready for you.
Let's go into the hotel. And I've not been in a hotel in ages, but let's just find out, just for fun. Let's do a video. We'll ask them how much it costs for a hotel.
Right here on the spot, man. We're gonna go in here and we're gonna ask them for the presidential suite. No, we're not gonna ask them for that, but let's go in here.
Hi, xin chào. Ciao, all right, there you go.
Nice and good.
We just want to look at the prices. We're staying in a place, but we're thinking about moving. Deluxe double city view, $720. What is that? That's under $30.
Yeah, it's under 30 bucks.
$29.
500 is 20 bucks.
The penthouse, that looks beautiful. For 3 mil?
3 mil a night, wow.
That's 120.
100 million a month?
$120.
Come on.
Come on.
Don't you have a place in the back too, right?
Yeah.
Same or different?
Same owner.
Same owner, okay, different. Okay, come on.
Okay, but I just want to point out that this is like a nice hotel, probably the closest hotel to the beach. No looking, no effort, zero effort, right? We literally just walked into the first random hotel we saw that looked like a nice spot.
27 bucks a night.
27 bucks a night, 1 block from the beach. Tell me where in the world do you get prices? And that's from good, nice, beautiful, high quality hotel.
Without effort.
Without effort, guaranteed there's a pool on the roof of that spot.
Any of you planning a trip to Da Nang in the next 60 days? Well, book a free 30-minute video consultation with me to get all the information you need to settle in smoothly. During this call, I'll provide personalized advice and answer any of the questions you have about traveling or living in Da Nang. So don't hesitate to book your free consultation today. The link is in the description below.
There's a beer, 32K, 35K. What's 32K?
32 is about $1.40.
$1.40, like
$1.30.
this is insanity. The coffee's over there, 80 cents. Like,
There's my favorite go-to makeshift grocery store, Moon Milk.
Yeah.
Prices are very cheap there also.
okay, I'll give it up. I'll give up my lecture on affordability. I just wanted to actually show people the prices though, so that you understand, like, it is cheap as fuck. Are you a woman? Do you want to get your nails done for $3? You want to get your hair shampooed for $3? Like, show, like, this is real, right? Like,
Evan's the ambassador. He's trying to get everybody here. But you
Well,
get those
so-
same comments.
and so-
Man, you're making Da Nang expensive.
no, I'm making it better. The people, get those other trash people out of here. If you can't afford a $3 massage or a $3 nail job or a $27 hotel, you probably aren't ready to go on vacation. We're not talking about rentals. You can rent an apartment for a third of that.
Yeah,
Less, easy, $10 a day, right?
right.
Apartments, actual like long, not even a long-term lease, just like a monthly lease, no problem.
There's my stuff right here. I get this a lot. This is what I usually get for 25, but here it's about
$1.60.
40 cents more here.
Yeah, but that's the
You
point.
get a juice and you'll get a pork chop, rice, and egg. That's my standard go-to. If I can't find something, I go to that. And this is
Okay.
right here, one and a half blocks off the beach.
It's as close as you can get to the beach, right?
Practically. There is one street ahead, but most people don't stay on that street.
Okay, so let's go negatives now.
So we got 3 of the positives.
I think we just had 2, but one was.
No, affordability, walking. Okay, yeah, two.
Oh, here, okay, I'll give you a third quick positive. There's plenty of cool and beautiful people here. Guaranteed. There's lots of cool, beautiful, incredible people hanging out, living in Da Nang, traveling in Da Nang. If you're open and you say hello to people, I promise you're gonna meet other cool travelers, other cool expats. If you move here, you're not the first expat to do it. There's tons of people who've done it before you. There's a great community here.
Oh yeah, especially in this area.
Yeah, that's easy landing.
A lot of people ask me, like, I don't know anybody out there. It's hard, man. Am I gonna be able to meet someone? And I actually tell them, accidentally is how I meet most people. I go on a bus visa run and I meet people. Everyone out here, you'll see someone, like Evan noticed it earlier today. If Evan was someone I didn't know, he goes, oh, you got a 49ers shirt on. That's how people run into people. They say like, oh, 49ers, are you from California? I'm from California too. And you run into people. I've met lots of people by accident or circumstantial reason. So I will say there is a lot of good, easy to talk to people out here.
Let's go negative now. Here's a negative. This is a clear one. There's so much goddamn construction in this neighborhood and all over Da Nang. Everywhere you go, the whole city is booming. It has nothing to do with YouTubers. There's a massive tourism boom here. Everywhere you go, there's gonna be construction like this, and it's gonna be super loud. So before you book a hotel or an apartment, you better check and make sure they're not tearing down the place next door. The noise here can be intense, and like, it's not just traffic noise, it's construction noise, right? The whole city's under construction.
I'm gonna throw in a bonus tip for the people. So people, like you said, hey man, make sure you go check out the neighborhood, right? But check it out in the morning and check it out at night too.
Another one right there.
Check it out in the morning and check it out at night, because there might be construction in the morning that might not go on at night, or you might come in the daytime, you're like, oh, there's no construction, but at night there might be karaoke.
Yo, they do, or both, man. They're doing construction at my house at 9 p.m. on a Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Because they don't care about the laws here, like
Yeah,
the
it's
regulations.
not uncommon to see
It's
someone
not uncommon at all.
9 o'clock hammering.
9 p.m. on Saturday night, my kids are sleeping, they're doing construction.
Yep.
Another construction site there. That's a nice restaurant though. Okay, -1, the noise, the construction, it's all real. -2, this place is transient. If you want to actually live here long term, it's a transient place. Most people here are only turning over after a few days, a couple weeks,
Right.
a few, whatever. So I think that it can be a bit of a struggle, you know, to find real long-term friends. There is in the city of Da Nang. I'm saying specifically in An Thuong as an expat long-term living area. This is probably your best first landing spot. But if you just stay here for like, you know, whatever, 8 weeks or 12 weeks, then you probably don't want to, like, you know? Like for me, when we're deciding, we used to come here all the time when we were visiting Da Nang, but now we live in Da Nang. We want to live somewhere more residential, a bit more community feel, where you know your neighbors, there's other families, there's other people living long term. There you go, there's another huge construction site. It's no joke that this whole city is under construction.
Oh yeah, that's not a secret at all.
And this is small stuff, man. They're building towers and condos and everything down by where I live.
Same thing about our building. You guys see that place when I do the live stream? And there's that big complex that's being built. So
Yeah.
This is a thing. This is why I love being on the 40th floor of my condo, man.
You don't hear it, eh?
You don't hear nothing. It's absolutely silent.
Another one, right? I mean, it's another one right here. No, 2 right here, a side empty lot and another one. So this is a real part of it. You might not see in some of the tours, right? Absolutely everywhere.
Xin chào.
Oh, xin chào.
Xin chào.
Hom chụp ảnh.
What does that mean?
Means don't take my photo. No photos. Chụp ảnh. Chụp ảnh means take photo. My chụp ảnh means a camera, like a photo taking machine. So here's an entirely empty hotel. If you want to start a hotel business,
Oh yeah, for rent.
chote mat bang. Why not? Maybe I'll do it. As if I don't
We're
have
gonna go
enough
watch Evan purchase a hotel. He's gonna be a
No, this is not for sale. This is for rent.
oh, for rent.
Chotway means for rent. So there's a tip. If you're coming and renting a place, that CHOTHUE with the hat, that means for rent. So Nyatman means for sale. Different ones. Okay, what's our last negative about this place?
About the neighborhood, okay.
The noisiness.
Price.
It's transient.
Did we kind of mention
I'm not
prices?
I think prices are good. I know they're more expensive than the rest of Vietnam. Forget the ridiculous like haggling, local haggling. Relative to the rest of planet Earth, it's super cheap to come live in An Thuong Da Nang. So what's a third negative? I think it's hard to think of a third negative because I'm thinking in big terms, right?
Yeah,
In
you
terms
could
of, like,
nitpick. You could say
the rest of
the
the world.
affordability a little bit compared to that. You could say it's much more Western over here, so you're not going to get the local
Okay.
feel. So it's nitpicking, but
I think that's actually a good one. I think culturally, because we're talking about like if you're gonna come live in Vietnam, right? Coming to Vietnam, you're planning on living here, relocating here, being an expat here. Is this the best expat area? Yes, probably it is the best expat area in Da Nang, maybe even in all of Vietnam. But because of that, it's like you say, it's not a very good area to meet locals or to integrate with people, right? I think you're gonna be isolated. You're probably gonna end up living in a bit of an expat bubble.
yeah.
And I think that's why it's probably perfect for the first like 3 to 6 months. But if you stay here longer than the 180 days, right? If you go past your initial single visa run and bus visa trip in the middle, right? You get 90 days, one visa run, 90 days. So first 6 months here is easy. You
Yeah.
don't need to plan for it. You just get 2 tourist visas and do a single bus run in the middle. But after that, then what? then you're here, right? Like getting back to the transient thing. This place is beautiful. So you see this like big hostel bar Ram Casa place?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I always see the bar,
This
but I
thing?
didn't see the hostel part.
And during
That's it.
COVID, when we were here, we were looking at business buys. This whole place was for rent for 90 million. That whole entire business.
Wow. You
90
didn't jump on it?
Thought about it. 90 million is, it's a lot though. It's, well, not a lot, but for us it was a lot. It's 3,600 US dollars a month. That entire
Okay.
business was for rent for 3,600 US a month. And it's like, I think a 12-room hotel.
Okay.
Like the one we just saw, probably the rent on that hotel, the big hotel we just saw for rent, is probably like $4,000 to $5,000. Like, it's not that. In terms of like what you could actually make, I don't know, man. So, Will, I think it's time for you to turn the camera on. I'm gonna give them a solid verdict. Here's the verdict.
Hold on, let's get in the sun a
Yes.
little bit. There we go.
This is the best expat area in Vietnam. I'm gonna say yes. Not for me, but in general, I think it's the best expat area, especially for your first soft landing in Vietnam.
For me, I'm gonna have to agree with that. I still live here. I think, and my mindset is I'm a lifer for here unless I get an outstanding deal or I learn how to drive in this crazy traffic. But for me, the An Thuong neighborhood is definitely my favorite, and I just fell in love with it from the start. And it's hard to get over that.